Oh, this time I felt much more comfortable this year. Number one. Number two, Zach has done an incredible job of taking it to the next level. We even have a water cooler in the kitchen this year, which is a small thing, but in a country this hot, it's awesome. And the coaches, when they see your face again, are wonderful. They treat you with such respect. You shake your hands. It's wonderful. So I'm a lot more comfortable this year in teaching, and I've become, since last year, thanks to Zach, a little more committed to the Christian side of it. And that's thanks to Zach asking me to come down here. The plantains were awesome, but they were a huge moment of later embarrassment. When we were eating at our good friend Lupe's house, the plantains came around once, and I had my usual big helping. Then I said they were awesome, and the son said to the mother something in Spanish I didn't understand about plantain, and I thought he meant, wow, does the gringo want more plantains? So I got more plantains. So when I got home, I found out from my Spanish-speaking friend that what he had said is, there's not enough plantains thanks to the gringos. So that was my worst moment in the culinary arts. Actually, it's incredible because I realized and recognized and actually told them at the start of the coaching that they probably know more than I do, and they're probably all better players than I am. And I told them, and that was Anderson's suggestion because it's true. And you can't bring an ego to this. All we offered was our own view. But what was awesome is they were so hungry to actually learn about the sport. They'd committed to coaching, but they didn't have the tools yet. And though I don't consider myself a great coach by any means, I've been doing it since 1978, and I know a lot about it, but I know there are men in that room that will be far better coaches than I ever wanted to be. But what they don't have down here are the resources and the tools to say this is how to progress through a skill, learning a skill, then learning a skill under pressure, and learning a skill that you can use in match condition. And that's all I'm offering them. And what's wonderful is I have Reed and I have Anderson to demonstrate every skill, and they're much younger and much better players than I ever was. So it's been incredible, but what is awesome is how thankful and how open and how honest their coaches are about everything, about what they need to know and what they do know. And what was tremendous and what was really the biggest blessing of all happened today when the coaches jumped in and helped immediately run the drills with the kids. And that's really the dream of sports servants anyway. We pulled up to the Civic Center to watch a soccer tournament that was almost being played in near darkness because they had set up a tent that was unfortunately blocking the field lights from getting to the field. But yet the field was surrounded by families watching their loved ones play ball, and they're all sitting in the back of the pickup trucks. We are lucky enough to have a pickup truck this year, and so we backed it up, and it really harked back to the time, a more innocent time, I think, in America, when the family would go to the drive-in and sit in the station wagon or sit in the back of a truck and watch and eat popcorn together. We were sitting there with Belizean families and talking about good times. But another side of that was getting to talk to Anderson for so long, get to talk to Lupe for so long, and just sitting out there in a no-pressure, pretty intriguing environment. It was a great night, actually. And, I mean, the whole thing is amazing. But I think that was a special night. That's a good point. But this girls' game must have gone on for 4 hours. But we watched every second. But what was great is we saw a kid that was 4 years old, 5 years old playing, that came out every time there was a break in the game, that came out and ripped every shot. And the kid's a potential Pele. And that's why we're down here, is to maybe a kid like that will run into coaching. The coaching that Zach has tried to introduce down here, and maybe he does have a future.